everybody doing on whatever day this day is? It ends with day. It's day. Oh, yeah. So we'll just get this out of the way right away. No more. What's up, Dad? What's up, y'all? No more ladies, Ladies, headband. Because I took it back old school. Took it back to the Air Force. Except for the beard. We had some people jump on early, and I appreciate that. Blue Ribbon. Neil jumped on, jumped off. Lynn, how are you? Tyler, Inland Reef, how are you, sir? Braveheart, I saw you on the other side, and now I see you here. I appreciate that, sir. Bobby A. Aaron Shapiro. Yup, haircut. Haircut. It is fresh. I'm interviewing with some really nice people on Friday, and I thought the headband would be too much. And then today, the boy and I did a little running around. We jumped in the car. We went over to Harbor Freight. We went over to Home Depot. We went someplace else, too. Oh, we went to Dick's. And I rolled free-range hair, and it was ridiculous, and it was too much. And I was like, that's it. I'm coming home, and I'm getting the clippers. And I'm just going to have at it. I'm just going to take it to a number 3 and just do it. But the haircut in place was open, and Miss Gina was working, and we haven't seen her since like February or March. So that's where the boy and I went. So we had to get that done. So it's cleaned up. Cleaned up. So here's what we're going to do. This, and so look, All-For-Reef, which I too have purchased. All-For-Reef is a good product. All-For-Reef is a pain in the butt to dose. Unless you put the tip of the tip of the dosing tube in the water, make sure you have a good peristaltic pump. Don't rely on a check valve. I am anti-check valve. We haven't really talked about that. Don't do a check valve. But have a good peristaltic pump. That way you don't have to worry about the water leaking back past the pump. Put the tip of the tube in the water, and the dosing tube won't clog with All-For-Reef. That's just one of those things that you just got to play with, that you just got to learn about. Hello, mother. And be comfortable with. The tip of the tube needs to be in the water. Otherwise, it's going to clog up, and then you're not going to get your dose, and you're going to be like, why are my parameters not okay? That's because you didn't have the stinking tube in the water. That's why. Use a good pump. The Chemorex one, if you're just going to roll with a single pump, works really well. If you're going to, and that's what I use on the work tank, the quote unquote work tank. That's no longer a work tank. It's now kind of the kitchen tank. The GHL Doser 2.1 works perfectly. No leaking on that either. So, look, if you have a peristaltic and you need a check valve, you're just covering up for something that's broken. Don't do that. Get new tubing inside the pump head. That's why it's leaking. Don't put a check valve on a peristaltic. That's just my take. It negatively impacts the dose accuracy. You don't want that. There's no need for that. So, Aaron Shapiro, my procedure for determining the daily dose of All-For-Reef was rolling the dice. I started low, and I just worked it up, and then I was testing, and it looked good, and I tested it, and it looked good, and I tested it, and it looked good. Then I just stopped testing. Because if you don't test, then you don't know. So it's good, right? I mean, that's kind of how it works. That's what I'm doing. I haven't tested the work tank, and I have no clue how long. And that tank is abused. Everything in there's happy. I really don't have a problem with that. Now that I stopped using Vibrant in that tank, everything's coming back and looking okay. I just just leave that one alone. I don't know. I should test it, right? But since there is no calculator, and Tropic Marin's not going to give you that because every tank is different and All-For-Reef reacts differently to all tanks, then Just start slow and wing it and see what you get, and then adjust accordingly. That's really the only way to do it, interestingly. All right, let's get to it. First, hold up. Let me make sure I did this one. All-for-Reef match. Yup. Tyler knows. Oh, now I'm on a television. Post that to Instagram. Let me see that. That's a mess. Good thing I got a haircut, you know what I'm saying? Like low, I started low. I didn't start low. I started, I don't know, I started a couple mils a day to just see what the reaction would be. You could also do it manually, right? You could do like 5 mils a day, and then 24 hours, well, not 24 hours. Let's say 2 hours later, because that'll give it time to get through and stabilize and whatever. It really doesn't need to be 2 hours. Say 1 hour later, test your alkalinity and see what you're looking at. Test your alkalinity 4 hours after that and see what it's looking at, because it may have increased. Don't know. And then you just got to wing it. Always start low so you don't screw it up, right? You don't want to jump in with both feet. You're like, whoa, my alka's like 14. You don't want any of that action. That's no good. Don't do that. I have been using All-For-Reef for a while now, as have I. My dosing tube is just very gently licked by the water every once in a while. Perfect. No more. See, there you go. Or you just drop it right in the water and have a good peristaltic pump. Either way, that'll work. Let's get to this. First, All-For-Reef comes in a 500 milliliter fancy jug. You can buy these on like AliExpress if you needed these jugs too. These are kind of cool because you like squirt them up and pour it in there. I don't do that. I pour it in a container and I dose using the Chemorex one, like I mentioned. However, this container is 500 milliliters. This is a supported DIY. This is for whatever reason, Tropic Marin has a stock thing where like their salt won't be in stock or their All-For-Reef won't be in stock, but the individual pieces that make up All-For-Reef is in stock. So that's what I did. I just bought the pieces. Now, Bulk Reef Supply offers a kit. Bam! They offer this kit, which is all the goodies, but this is a $100 kit for like 5 liters of All-For-Reef. That, I don't need all that, right? So whatever, I just bought the individual bits, and I didn't buy the big jugs of the individuals. I bought what was available. But being that this here is a supported DIY, Tropic Marin, in their smartness, has provided that recipe to the users, knowing full well they can't keep their damn juice in stock. Same goes for the salt. That's why I use HW Marine, because it's always in stock and it's just as good. And it's like 2 cents cheaper. But whatever, it's good salt. That's how I roll. So, I mean, the recipe's right there on the Bulk Reef Supply. All you got to do is Google DIY All-For-Reef, and poof, this kind of comes up. So, see, Aaron knows. When that stuff isn't available and you need salt, you get pissed and you gotta go find another solution, which is why I've always used HW Marine. When Tropic Marin won the best salt on the Bulk Reef Supply, whatever to whatever, that was all marketing. That's not real. I'm like, come on, that's not best. That's just marketing. And then people are all, oh, it's the best. No, it's not the best. It is what makes sense for some people. And like I've mentioned before, and Bahama Llama mentioned the same, what's best for you is what you can get. I'm going to be very clear about this. How do I get over here? Look at here. What is best for you, what is best for you, the reefer, what is best for you, the person, is the stuff that you can get and the stuff that you can get easily. That's best. Period. I don't care who you are. All right. What's up, Thomas? Hold on, let me run through this real quick. Oh, Brazil. Is that right? No. Say your name. Oh, I can't say it because you just got to type it. Joa Pedro, Brazil. Are you in Brazil? Because that's cool. Jim, do me a favor. Don't get a job. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, that's why I got a haircut. I got an interview on Friday. I'm kind of psyched about it. Cool people, nice people. Looking forward to talking with them. I mean, even if it doesn't work out, it's awesome that I get to talk to these people and see what they're doing and see how they're making the world better. And that's exciting to me. I did get a haircut, Thomas. Let's see. Saw the Tropic Marin on YouTube. They're making all-for-reef powder. What's up, John Curry? I haven't seen you in a bit. So look, you don't have to rely on all-for-reef to be in stock. You can make your own because it really is that simple. Now you got to catch all the components on when they're available. Sometimes that stuff's not in stock, but when it's available, buy it. You just got to be prepared, right? Ultimately, you just got to be prepared. All right, look here. You know the routine. This is a well-worn routine lately, ain't it? Since the recipe calls for 750 mil. This is a 1 liter recipe, and I'm not going to follow the 1 liter recipe because I want to make me 500 mils. So what I've done is I've taken my trusty beaker with my trusty pill that's stuck to the side because of whatever else I made. What'd I make? Because of the night. Oh, and super my bad. When I made my video yesterday, I was showing nitrite. I was showing nitrite on the other monitor, the Loud Wolf Night. Don't buy that. Buy nitrate. So if you go back and watch my video from yesterday, I've already commented. You can see the price per 2 liters worth of juice is substantially lower than what I showed yesterday. I made a huge mistake. Reef Keeper, REEFKPR, caught the error. I commented in the video. It's not in the video itself, but in the description, you'll see it. Please buy the right stuff. If you take a look at that video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I screwed up. Somebody caught it, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I added the correction. All right, let's get to this. This is supposed to be 375 milliliters of water. That means 400 to me because I ain't going to mess around. I'm not going to play, right? The things you will need, which is so freaking simple, is carbocalcium. Oh, that's fancy. Biomagnesium, although my last batch I used a bulk resupply magnesium, but biomagnesium, because that way you can follow the directions. K plus. Yup. A minus, which is what I got in school, but I still got an A. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that stats class, it would have been perfect. But I had to move, and then I was gifted a C. John Curry says, question about yesterday, why not use calcium nitrate? Because I can't find that thing in a... So why couldn't I? I don't know the weight of calcium nitrate. I know what sodium nitrate is going to do to the tank, and I don't want to introduce additional calcium if I don't have to. That's my gut answer. Because my options are what? My options are potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate's super easy to work with because I just know. Aaron Shapiro, it was only 1C. And it irritated me, but whatever. Does that make sense, John? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with stat class? Lynn, stat class is the only class where I didn't get an A when I went to college, unfortunately. It sucks. But whatever. There's always somebody better. That math teacher was awesome, and I can't remember that dude's name. And he was amazing. So once I jumped into the math track, right, I was night school. I was a night school guy because I went into the Air Force. I went from McDonald's to the Air Force, and that's kind of how I rolled. I went to community college. That didn't stick, and it just wasn't. Whatever. I wasn't ready. I wasn't anyway. Not suggesting that I'm mature enough now, but I was absolutely not mature enough to pull that crap off. So, went in the Air Force. Waited way too long while in the Air Force to start going to school, but finally started going to school. And I was like, and I learned this while I was in tech school. I was like, I'm completely in charge of my destiny. I can do whatever I want. So I tried pretty hard. And that math teacher was awesome. I jumped into math track and I just boom, 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 math. And I hit stats and I was like, oh crap, I got to retire. Oh, I got to move back to Maryland. Hey, can I continue this online? Sure. But the guy was so good. I really appreciated his teaching methods. And in class, I was just nailing it. And then, no, it just didn't happen for me. But whatever. Let me get to this. But he was nice to me because he knows I tried really, really hard when I was in class. I got lucky. All right, let me get back to this. This is, we'll pretend this is 375 milliliters of water when it's actually 400 because I don't really care. Because that's, whoo, the pill is going crazy. We're going to wait. We're not going to add that stuff yet. Next, we're going to slowly add... No, we're not. We're going to add the other stuff. We're going to add 200 more milliliters of liquid. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully it doesn't matter which goes first, because I need more liquid in this freaking container, and that's why they tell you to do it this way. I guess whatever you're comfortable doing. Oh, wait, I missed some stuff. Seized it. Yeah. I saw a dude that breeds octopuses. Octopi. On Adam Savage Bills, and he was doing his... He was dosing his system. Yeah, vinegar. Vinegar's a form of carbon dosing. So you can dose Nopox. You can dose sugar. You can dose freaking vodka. And you can also dose vinegar. That's just another carbon dosing method. This says 100, but since I split it in half, we got to roll 50. Oh, it's blue. I can't really see it. Where's 50? Oh, it's almost there. It'd be cool if I showed this, right? Yeah, it probably would be. I'm streaming on a Wednesday, too, and that's when Devin streams. He's got Robert and a bunch of guests over there dropping a whole bunch of good information, I'm sure. All right, that's good. That's close enough. Yep, 50. That make you have to old man pee? Because it could happen. It's possible. What was that? That was K+. It really is this easy. Like, you just do this. You just buy all the stuff from Tropic Marin, and they're more than happy to sell you this stuff. Neil, did you jump in and then jump back out? What's up? Let me check. Yep, that's what you did. How much Jack Daniels honey juice? Aaron, you're creeping me out, bro. You got access to my Nest Cam? Is that what happens? All right, this here is another. Oh, Lynn, that ship sailed. That ship sailed a long time ago. That was 2010. However, if I find myself in need of stats knowledge, I will absolutely hit you up. Man, I wish I got an A in that class. I really do. 50. K+, A-. All right, now we got an extra 100 mil in there, but I'm still going to drop this other stuff in there. Uh-oh, I'm running out of I'm running out of A minus. Yeah, John, I can't see the benefit of dosing calcium nitrate when you could just use sodium nitrate, and you already know what to do with the sodium part. Do you have an opinion? I'd like to hear your opinion since you know what the crap you're doing, and I just make my stuff up. Calcium nitrate is 1 to 64 grams per mole. Yeah, but what's the benefit? John Curry's fixing to drop. John Curry, by the way, is CMAS here in Maryland. That club. He's fixing to drop some science on me. And I'm not prepared. What's up, Micah? So you're making all for reef. I'm cooking dinner and miss something. What are you cooking for dinner? And all that kind of business. All right, so that's done. So, oh, I didn't bring the little scooper up. That kind of sucks. Sometimes you gotta shake it. Was there a scoop in here? Oh, winner chicken dinner. Now we have to add 6 lousy grams of freaking, not carbocalcium. We're gonna do magnesium next. We're gonna do 6 grams of magnesium. I got a lot going on here, and I apologize. I'm bumping into stuff. With my old hair, I wouldn't fail like this. It's like that old fable. You know what I'm talking about. Smoking some brisket. I hear smoking brisket is hard. Is it hard? Because I smoked a pork butt the other day, and it came out really, really nice, and I was pretty happy with it. And I was told, because I'm new to smoking. Is that hard to get it right? Candy bacon. What's up? Oh, smoking brisket and cheddar cheese sausages. Where you at? I'm gonna make my car drive to your house. This needs to be 6 grams of biomag, which is let me hit this camera right here. What's up, Cross? You can't really see it. Maybe I can scooch this over without spilling it on my keyboard, which would piss me off. All right, we're sitting at Snake Eyes right now. 6 grams is like nothing. I'm going to have to pour some of this juice. What's happening? There it goes. .9. 6. Oh, screw it. Let's get an extra magnesium. How do you get this stupid spoon back in there? There's something they don't think about. Why they give you a big old long handle spoon when they know damn well you can't get it back in the jug? 6.2 is too much. Damn it. I scooch a little bit of that out of there. Do you believe it? It says 5.9. Do you believe it? I don't believe it. If I didn't put the scale, a link to the scale in the description of my last one, I will. Because it's not accurate. But we talked about this. And it's good enough. Because it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough. Right? It's kind of how I feel about reefing. All right, 6 grams of biomagnesium. Let's go ahead and add the calcium as well. So calcium needs 70 grams. So guess what? We're going to 76. Ooh, this stuff feels heavy. Wait. Linearity is going to be funky, so let me get it back in here. What'd I say? We're going to 76? Wonder if that'll fit in here. Yep, it will. It's very little to make it move, actually. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Ooh. Oh well. Sir, is 75.8 good enough for your ham? No. 76. Alright, so that we added K plus, A minus, biomagnesium, and carbocalcium to 375-ish. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, whatever. Get a little bit of that back. There we go. See, that's how it happens. Check it out. It's even a little blue color. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. 4 components. This is 500 mil. We're going to blend. Will it blend? It'll blend. Where's the pill? Is the pill in there? Oh, I lost the pill. Oh, there it is. Oh, you got to get it in the middle. There it is. Let me see if it'll spin with all that stuff. Otherwise, I'm going to stick my finger in there. There it goes. Boy, howdy. We are blending. While we blend, show. Nah, brisket is my specialty. Wow. How come? All right, I'm catching back up. Blue River Reefs. Nah, brisket is my specialty. Check out my Insta. Look. Why was that hidden? Why is brisket? What is brisket a euphemism for? Because I don't know. Cross says nice haircut. Thank you. You get a nice, good bark. I know what that means, so I'm pretty happy that I even know what bark means. On the outside to gnaw on. That's cool. See, what I did with that pork butt is back in the Desert Storm days, the stupid ready-to-made, you know what, I can't even think, what's the name? The MREs. The MREs, one of the MREs was barbecue pork and rice, and it came with this wee little tiny Tabasco sauce. So ever since Desert Storm, look, people dropping off. 29 concurrents, 9 likes. Ever since Desert Storm, I've held a barbecue pork and rice thing close to my heart, especially with the wee little baby Tabascos. Like, I used to trade for those MREs. So I took that pork butt and I turned that into a legit barbecue. And it was really good. I smoked that thing overnight. I threw it in at like 7 o'clock, and I got up at 7 o'clock the next day, and it was good, and it was done, and it was pretty freaking tasty. I was happy with it. I'm told that brisket is a little more difficult. Maybe it's a fat content thing. I don't know. But, man, that sounds pretty freaking good. No, it's simple. Just a bit of technique. Make it extra juicy. And I'm in Brookline, Massachusetts. That is a bit of a haul, especially for this evening, but noted, sir. Yeah, John, I wasn't talking about sodium affecting my, calcium affecting my sodium levels. I was just wondering if using a calcium-based nitrate, right? Is that what we were talking about? Sorry. I'm scrolling. Yeah, if you're using a calcium-based nitrate, are you not then adding more calcium? And you would have to account for that in dosing, or maybe that calcium level in that solution is low enough that it's not a concern. Let me know. Yeah, what are you guys using for dry rub? That's interesting. And then B, if you're doing like a pork butt or something, are you also injecting? And if so, what? Hey, Kat's here. Hi, Kat. We're making All-For-Reef. This is out there. I saw it on Instagram today. I was already going to do it, so it's very timely. And then also, it's a known recipe that Tropic Marin provides, which I appreciate. I cook them most of the way in the oven with lemons and onions, then smoke them quick. And oh, really? That's interesting. Bahama Llama's here. Wait a minute. Did I scroll too far? No, I didn't. Mission Barbecue makes a... Yeah, they do. Mission Barbecue not only makes a nice brisket, but they're cool people, and they support, military people, which I appreciate. How much All-For-Reef am I making? I'm making 500 mils because that's the container. That's it. So you take the recipe, the bulk reef supplies, supplies. That's difficult to say, isn't it? There, and you split it in half because that's a 1 liter recipe. Link the scale. I will, Bill Ray. What's up, Remy? That sounds delicious there. I smoked mine for about 60. See, that's what I did. I smoked that pork butt for like forever, and it worked out okay. Sorry if you've already discussed cost benefit, but what does it work out to? That, sir, is going to have to be left in the description. Because it is cheaper. I just don't know how much cheaper. And at some point, the cost benefit doesn't so much matter because All-For-Reef isn't in freaking stock. But the components that make it up are. So I suppose there's a little bit of extra money in there. Boy, that'll make you need to pee. Aaron Shapiro, that was hidden. We're going to go ahead and we're going to let that fly. Is Biomag different than BRS Mag? You know what? I don't know. Mermaid's Reef? I don't know. And I just winged the last one. And like I said, I don't test that tank, so I have no idea what the magnesium, calcium, alkalinity is in that tank. If you don't test, it's perfect. Tabasco. Aaron Shapiro, what are you telling me? Because when you're in the middle of Saudi Arabia, in the middle of a desert storm, running away from scuds, you don't care what it is. But if you got a little bottle of Tabasco, you're good to go. You'll do fine. Blue River Reefs, you'll do fine. Just do due diligence research and don't second guess yourself when you go to smoke it. You'll be fine. Got to get past the first one no matter what. That's true. Thank you. That's good advice. Tuned in late. Will the levels in this be the same as the branded product? Kat, yes, it will because this is the Tropic Marin released recipe. So, real quick, I'll run back through it. So we dosed K plus and A minus. These are the elements that you're finding there. Lou provided this recipe, so this is his, and he gave it to Bulk Reef Supply, and Bulk Reef Supply releases it as a kit, if you so want. Biomagnesium and carbocalcium. So this is the Tropic Marin approved. You'll see this out there. Bulk Reef Supply put a video out there. I think it was on Reef to Reef. If you go to Bulk Reef Supply's website, not that one. Sorry, this one. they release the DIY All-For-Reef kit, which includes everything that I'm using right now. You don't have to spend $100. You can buy much less. I don't think. Maybe I did. Maybe I did spend $100. I don't know, because I bought them at different times. Calcium or magnesium being the last piece that I bought. And then right there, they provide the recipe. And this came from Lou. So, should be good. Let me catch back up. Oh, I lost. Everybody's talking today. I need a refill. Tuned in late. Covered that. You won't do dry rubs. Almost always pineapple juice with spices. What kind of spices? Blue River Reefs. Oh, Tyler and Remy. They're joking around like, no, long time no see, so they probably hung out today. I need to jump in my RV and go check out that scene. I need to come and do a tank tour, even though everybody's already done a tank. Or I mean, a couple people have done a tank tour of Inland Reefs, Tyler's tank, and Bahama Llamas. It would be sweet to throw on a mask and sit in the basement with Bahama Llama and do a little live stream. Dan Swanson, sir, I do have a pellet smoker. I really like that thing. I'm a charcoal guy. I was gas. I got over that, and then I became a charcoal guy, and I appreciate that flavor. And then I kept burning holes in my deck. So then I bought, and that grill was toast. By the way, we mixed up some juice here, and it's not fully homogenated yet. Take a look at this. I'm gonna show you this. Look, there's still crap in the bottom, so we got to stir this up some more. Damn it. So, but we'll do that later. I really like that pellet smoker. I got a camp something. No, I can't remember what it's called, but it has camp in the name. And it works really well. It has electrical, it holds temperature well. It's got 2 temp probes, one of them are already cooked. And it works really well. Oh, brisket. See, Mom jumping in with the, oh, who are those guys? They do a good job. Mike, I appreciate that comment. Damn it. Now all I can think of is brisket. Pork chops and stuffed jalapenos right now. See this now? You never know what you're going to get with the Telegram channel, because we could go full on cooking if you want. I mean, I could roll in with how-to with a clam chowder that'll blow your frickin' mind. New England style. None of that Long Island crap. Whatever. Who does that? So if you want to turn this into a cooking channel, we can go. Remember, there's no reef in Telegram. There's just Telegram. Hold on, catcher. My shirt is soaked in my own dress. On your first brisket, brother, I love it. So that's funny. Have a little. Hey, Kat, you're welcome. And I do, look. I do owe you some information. I haven't forgotten. Lou is the man. He's helped every time I've ever had. You know what? His carbon dosing video was freaking enlightening for me, because I can get rid of the GoPro, right? I have always been a carbon doser, and I didn't know why it worked. Like, I paid attention to the Red Sea videos and what they said about it, and then Lou jumps on with that video from Macna, and I was like, now it makes sense. Now I get it. Jim, can you chime in on your opinion about dosing the maximum amount of suggested and why the amount suggested? People need to know that. Blue River Reefs, are we talking about All-For-Reef? Or are we talking about something else? Tyler, I would enjoy that. And maybe that's possible. We're planning an RV trip, and I may find myself down your way. So, Yeah, I mean, if we jump in that house truck and we get to rolling around, there's no reason why I can't come back and drop down south and see what y'all got going on. Shoot all kinds of spices. We'll get pictures of stables. Bahama Llama says let's go. So I'll get all masked up, and we'll do us a. That'd be fun. There's 2 NO3s to 1 calcium. John Curry, you're going to break my brain. I'm sorry. Sodium nitrate. Very small amount of calcium. Doesn't amount to much. Oh, so it wouldn't matter. Is calcium nitrate cheaper? I suppose that's what it would come down to. So if sodium, it would depend on cost and then ability to mix up some DIY solutions based on sodium nitrate and calcium nitrate. Yeah, Camp Chef, that's what I have. Sorry. Thanks, Dan Swanson. John, what do you think? And what would be the benefit of calcium nitrate over sodium nitrate? Clam chowder recipe, Aaron Shapiro. So there's absolutely no reason why I couldn't turn this into a cooking thing and make that happen. Hey, John, the RV trip. So we've taken 2 small RV trips, and I freaking love that thing. It's a 31. No, it's a 32. So plenty of room, 2 slides. I'm slowly working on... It has a generator. I'm working on a backup generator solution just in case, because I'm all about backups. And I'm also working on solar with lithium iron phosphate batteries, so I could take that thing boondocking, no gen, or minor gen use, and just roll solar. I think we're going to jump out there and we're going to check out the world a little bit, and hopefully we can get on the road next week. We don't have anything planned, but timing-wise, I think that should work, so we'll see. Aqua Cave says it's in stock. Dan Ray, I am way behind on comments. Tell me what you're talking about, please. Yeah, we can talk about chowder. I'm all about some chowder. So you slow cook that stuff. You can't let it boil. And you got to get you some heavy cream. I mean, you can roll half and half if you want. And look, when you eat clam chowder and it's more potato than clam, that ain't cool. That's not cool. Don't do that to your people. You got to go get some clams, and you got to mean it. You got to just dump it in and dump it in and dump it in and dump it in and dump it in, and just keep going, because that's the right way. Every once in a while, when you get a potato, that's the right way. That's how I roll. This is a lot of chat today. I appreciate y'all. This is pretty sweet. Looking for a clam chowder. This is calm chowder. Boston. See? That's the right kind of clam chowder. Long Island. Not. I think it's Long Island. Is that right? I don't think it's a New York clam chowder. I thought it was Long Island clam chowder. Whatever. The tomato-based stuff? No. Milk-based? Cream-based? Yes. That's the right way. Jim, what speed and settings do you have your SLW 10 on your work tank? So that tank is a 15 tall, turned into an all-in-one with a DIY laser cut solution over there. And I run that about 3 dots. Taylor King. So 3, it can probably take 4. That pump totally needs to be cleaned too. But 3 dots is a pretty good solution. You just got to look at how much you're blowing around and see what you think. 3 was good for me. Yes, All-For-Reef. They suggest maximum amount. Can you read the amount and chime in on why? So the All-For-Reef doesn't really give you a calculator. They kind of give you, you got to start here and then see what happens, because every tank is a little different. So why is that blocked? Redo. I'm letting that go. Aaron Shapiro. I would go whatever. I just go slow because you really don't know how your tank is going to react. A lot of it has to do with, I don't know why this thing is not homogenizing. A lot of it has to do with CO2 levels, is my understanding. I should get Lou on, and I should ask him straight up. I think you just go slow. If you're going to try it, go slow. Do you need a Class B or Class C for that size RV? No. So I have a, well, I have a Class M and a Class A license. I used to have a CDL. Well, I had a California CDL, double, triple, tanker, hazmat, all of that crap. I don't have that in Maryland. That was in California. I didn't transfer that to Maryland, and I should have. That would have been a cool option for me, but I blew that. Life mistake. If you roll from one state to the next with a CDL, keep that. Don't lose your CDL, but I did. So you don't need a special license to drive a big Class C. Or a big Class C RV. You're okay. Same for a Class A. You don't need a special license for that. Not here. The only things you need to be concerned about is the weight of the RV, and as long as it comes in under, I think Illinois was pretty light. You just got to pay attention. That's all. And my RV is under. I know you said you want to check out lower Colorado River area, Parker Lake Havasu. Let me know. Oh, see, that'd be pretty sweet. You know what? I've been out that way, but my kid hasn't seen that stuff, and he should see some of that sweet desert action. I have not. Neil Phillips, I have not. Oh, wait. You're talking to Aaron. My bird. Manhattan. Thank you, Mother. Manhattan. Negative. Manhattan clam chowder is a big no. New England clam chowder? Yes. And that has nothing to do with sports. All right, everybody's dropping off. Everybody's like, I've had enough of this random BS. Maximum daily amount per certain gallons of... You gonna make me read, bro. There's a lot of freaking languages on here. You know what I'm saying? Screenshot this. Oh, you know what? I was today... I remember there being something about a maximum dose per day, but I don't see it on the bottle. And they say this is acidic, right? It has an acidic warning on there. You know what? I don't know. Highly concentrated all-round solution for supplying all the key minerals and trace elements in newly installed and average reef aquariums. That's an interesting comment. Start with a daily dose of 5 mils for every 100 liters of aquarium volume and monitoring alkalinity. Increase the daily dosage by 2.5 mils for every 100 liter aquarium volume every week until you reach. So that's super vague advice, right? So that's saying dose 5 milliliters and see what happens. So do that. Dose 5 mils and see what happens. Give it a week. If you're dosing 5 mils a day, give it a week and see what the numbers look like after that. San Francisco clam chowder. What is San Francisco clam chowder? So, yeah, I don't know. Just go slow. I mean, you can start with a mil. You can start with 5. You can start with 10. Just go slow and do a bunch of testing just to see what's up. The heck you have a Class A for? I had a Class A Blue River, you're asking me why I had a Class A? I had a Class A CDL for driving hazmat materials, and at that time it was 70% hydrogen peroxide for a laser project. I talked about this the other day, the YAL 1A airborne laser. So, of course, this is old man story time, and I don't have a little thingy to click to make that happen, but Boeing was fixing to go on strike, and the airborne laser was it was hot and heavy at that time, and we were laser testing. We were laser testing in the test bed, which was a hard-mounted Indian Air 747 that we drove down Highway 58. We drove it down the 58 from Mojave, drove it across the lake bed, chopped it up, and stuck it inside of a building and closed the building around it and installed the laser in that 747 body. The laser was shot into a calorimeter to measure the output power of that freaking laser. So I had a CDL because your boy Jimbo had to drive highly concentrated with a temperature sensor inside my truck, concentrated hydrogen peroxide to drive that laser. So I had to go to a truck school, which was behind the McDonald's on, I think it was Avenue I in Lancaster, California. So we show up, and there's this parking lot behind McDonald's, and that's where I learned how to drive a semi-truck. Day 3, I'm at DMV in Bakersfield driving the truck for the first time. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was brand new. And dude's all, you're ready, go drive. So I went and I drove, and there were 5 people that drove that day. I was the only one who passed. Everybody else failed. And I had to go pick up the truck because one of the troops I was stationed with, she didn't have a good day, and she broke down. And I was like, whoa, like mentally, and I had to go get that damn truck. Those were odd times. And then Boeing files or whatever the crap. What's it called? Whatever. They filed a thing against me because the union was on strike, but the stupid Air Force guy was out driving a truck for him. I'm like, stop being on strike. Whatever. Those are the old days. So I had a Class A double, triple tanker hazmat just for driving not classified, but concentrated hydrogen peroxide to power a big fat laser. A little cheap depending on the grade. John's talking about, I'm assuming, sodium nitrate. What is San Francisco clam chowder is the only, like, real clam chowder I've had. Never been. What is San Francisco clam chowder? All right, I'm Googling it. The hell with this. We're gonna solve this right now. Because they got those Dungeness crabs out that way. I don't trust those people. Clam chowder recipe. All right, let's look. That's it. Now we're all going to learn together because bam. Whoops. Bam. Because it's that. Oh, you got to stick it in a sourdough thing? No. Fisherman's Wharf clam chowder. What's it doing? No, I don't want this. How do I make this go away? Oh, block. What is this? Nope. You're not getting my email. Negative. You need to give me this recipe for free. All right, we're looking. Bacon is a New England thing. Did San Francisco steal it? Let me get to this. Where is this? Clams, yes. Clam juice, yes. Bacon, yes. Onion, yes. Potatoes, yes. Heavy cream, half and half. Oh, what's this sherry crap? Flour, yes. Thyme, yes. Salt, yes. Pepper, Worcestershire, no. Tabasco, no. All right, so look. San Francisco clam chowder, legit ripped off. New England clam chowder, and then just to make it real, they added some sherry and some Tabasco, and they put it in a sourdough bread just to be pompous. There, I said it. That's the only difference. Get rid of the sourdough, get rid of the Tabasco, and get rid of the sherry, and that's New England style clam chowder. All right, mystery solved. Knowing is half the battle. Know what I'm saying? Oh, Greg Carroll jumped on. See, now I know. Now we have an official. Now we have somebody who really knows what's up. Apparently, Greg Carroll, they add a little something extra to it. I don't know. I don't get it. Why you gotta eat your, just get your bread separate. Why you gotta eat your clam chowder in a damn sourdough bowl? You don't have to do that. Oh, I did have that once, I think. Like at Laguna Seca at the racetrack. I think I did get that once. So maybe I'm just as bad as everybody else. That's terrible. Oh, wow. Daniel jumped on. Yes, sir. I finally did. I did get a haircut. Thank you for that. Aaron Shapiro grew up in California. So, look, I lived in California for 15 years, from 93 until 2008. So, I'm almost native. Almost. That kind of counts, right? What's your problem with the best crab? Dungeness. I don't get Dungeness, right? I don't know how. Why there's no Old Bay seasoning on a Dungeness crab? That's my issue. That's my issue. Max. That's all that cold weather stuff. You got that cold water out that way. I'm still not homogenous. I would like to point that out. For whatever reason, this batch has not. I don't know. I'm going to warm it up. I think I'll warm the water and it'll work. Sourdough, yes, Lynn. It is delicious. Sourdough is the best dough. Yes, Aaron. Greg Carroll. Yes, sir. I respect your opinion. And it is damn good. And hi, I'm Jim. And I've had my clam chowder in a sourdough bowl. For whatever reason, that's now called San Francisco style. Next to cookie dough. So, Blue River Reef says my tank is a 29 bio cube, so probably 25 gallons of water. Really, I'm just dosing 34. You're dosing 34 mils of what? Chili in a sourdough bowl? They're not sour cream and a chili kind of people, are they? They're just sourdough bowl. They just whatever. They're just trying to be. That's California. I think I get to speak for that too, right? I get to say whatever. I lived there for a really long time. I think I get to have an opinion about it. I learned how to like sushi there. Does that count? My boy Harry Pleer, he and I roll out to, where the hell did we go? We went to the coast and we jumped on a boat and we went out barracuda fishing. And we hit the grocery store on the way back. And I don't remember he used a name for a white boy. He was half Estonian, half Japanese, but I think he probably used the Hawaiian name for white boy. He's like, you need to learn how to eat this. And he got me some crabby California roll from the damn grocery store. And he taught me how to like sushi. So, Harry's fault. Half Estonian, half Japanese dude taught me to like sushi. Which I then shared with my son. My daughter's like, no thank you. Not for me. See, Greg knows what's up. Now we turned it into food. All right, let me scroll up. Let me see what I miss. Chili. We talked about that. Robert, how are you, sir? Put a tiny bit more water. I already put too much water in here. I'm going to warm this up. I put 400 mils in here, and it's supposed to be 375. I think I'm just going to leave it be, and I'm going to give it a good shaking. I'm going to teach it a lesson. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a good shaking and see what's up, because I think it will homogenize. It has to, because I used the right numbers, right? Yep. Yep, that's the word. Thank you. Blue River Reefs. That is absolutely what grocery store sushi. You know what? Grocery store sushi is only the worst if you don't have other options. But if you just rolled off a boat, catching some topwater barracuda, some Pacific barracuda that tastes like trout, by the way, and that's what you that's how you want to roll, that was pretty damn good sushi. See? That's what it was. Lynn, did you get a speeding ticket while I was streaming? And if so, do tell. Tell me what's up. You didn't get a camera? You got pulled over by the popo? How does that happen? What time is it? Oh, it's 8:30. I've already been on for an hour. Tell me about your ticket. Frederick, what are you doing in Frederick? Did you roll up to Fantastic? And who gets speeding tickets these days? Are there any cops on the road? How'd that happen? Tell me. $25 concurrent viewers, 16 likes. In the mall? Who gets a speeding ticket in the mall? Tell me. I wish you could zoom in, because I'd have you zoom in and tell your story, because I bet it's wonderful. Bobby A., what sounds good to you, man? What'd I miss? I'm sorry. See? That's what you get. That's what you get. You go out there buying stuff and see what happens. You get a damn ticket. It's all fun and games until Lynn and her little SUV. What'd I do with that magnet? Oh, did that magnet get stuck to something? See, that's what happens. When you have nice magnets, they end up getting stuck to your stuff, and then you can't find them. Oh, crap. Lots of cops in California, yes. Oh, K-Dub, recognizing the do. See, it happened. Oh, wait. What's TG? Is that tight? Because I'm not hip. I'm not up with what how the kids roll these days. Anybody have any questions? Because I've had some, and I'm willing to answer honestly. How come the damn spoons don't fit back in the damn bottles? That's what I want to know. Manhattan style clam chowder. Why couldn't I remember that? Lynn, did you get a 20 mile over? Because you're going to have to go see the man about that. Did you legit get a 20 over? Food. Oh, I got you. Thank you, Robert. That's very nice of you. See, when everybody here, Blue River, when everybody here went into quarantine, all the popo went away too. They were just, where the hell did that magnet go? They all went away. And then that shit was all fast and furious on the highways. Legit. Like, I drive fast. Like, I'm cool driving fast. I'm comfortable with that. Right? I mean, I was a contract rider for Honda North America. I've been on tracks and I've gone fast, and that's cool, and it doesn't bother me, right? But these people, they were going fast. And there were no cops. I don't know what was going on. Oh, I'm TG. My bad. Yeah, John, that's what I was going to do because the instructions actually suggest adding heat to create homogeneity. Boy, I'm having a hard time saying words. Define fast. What's your cruising speed on the freeway? Aaron Shapiro, I am it'll drive itself until 85 miles per hour. Anything above 85 miles per hour, I need to intervene, and I am comfortable at speed. Any speed that you suggest, I am comfortable, because speed doesn't bother me, especially when everybody else is going the same speed. Yeah, see, we didn't have cops like that. I don't know what was going on. Everybody got off the damn road, even the cops. They were all home with their peeps. Oh, I'm stumped. Did it stick to my phone? Nope. Wonder where that magnet went. Those are slippery little suckers. You never know what they're going to stick to, you know what I'm saying? It didn't stick to this Wacom. I got a little Wacom tablet here. Philip, we are well past. We are absolutely well past the quality portion of this live stream, and we are full on into rambling about nothing, talking about speed, talking about San Francisco style clam chowder, whatever, and the All-For-Reef that has failed homogeneity, but I'm sure I can get it in the solution once I heat it up a little bit. 75 and a 55. Did you really get popped for 20? Is that reckless? Yeah, I haven't been driving since I'm not driving to Baltimore anymore. I really don't. I'm not going fast anymore. I just sort of hang out at home a little bit and hang out with a kid and go shopping. Yeah, so, yeah, 80s nothing. DIY All-For-Reef for a year. Great stuff. Don't be afraid of the yellow precipitate. I don't care. Whatever it turns into is what the tank gets, Adam Moore. And I appreciate that input. Whatever happens, happens. And that's what goes in the tank. You know what I'm saying? I just need to get this pill out of here so I don't pour it in the damn jug. I want to know where my magnet went. I had it. I know I did. I got to hook up with this dude named Bryce so I can get him back his big old metal halide light. He just sent me a text. He and I have been missing each other. Lynn knows him. 75. Under 80 is too slow. Speak for yourself, Blue River. Greg Carroll, you low and slow? Tell me, sir. You hear that? That's the sound of freedom. Ooh. Yep. See, everybody's driving really fast. Like, the pandemic has sped up traffic significantly. And I don't get the value. Oh, 25 is reckless? I thought 20 was reckless. Because when a cop pulled me over once in a Porsche and said, if your record is clean, I'm going to write you for 19 over. My assumption was that 20 was reckless. It was a nice morning, too, sadly. 25 is reckless. I got a 50 and a 25 when I was 17. Ouch, Adam Moore. Ouch. Oh. Greg Carroll, you need to listen to the SMR podcast. Chris Rod and Rob. Chris and Rod are personal friends of mine, and I understand completely, and I disagree, and it pisses me off. SMR Podcast. Check those guys out because they're cool. They're tech. They talk about social issues. And they talk about social issues for which I am unaware, and so I receive my education from those guys, and I appreciate them immensely. Rod is a fellow Tesla owner, and Chris is an all-around good human, and I appreciate those guys. And every once in a while, I met them through my dad, and every once in a while we go out to Frederick, Maryland, where Lynn gets her tickets, and we go have breakfast because those guys are really, really nice. And Greg Carroll, you should not get pulled over for that, ever. But I understand. And I apologize. And I hope you understand that that is a sincere apology. Because I don't like it. This is a hell of a live stream. Jake Sanchez. I am a BRS 2-part user and totally cool with it. That's all I buy. I'm also dosing Red Sea trace colors, so keep that in mind. So that's how I manage trace. John Curry, you see how I'm handling this homogeneity. It's just not working for me. That last little bit of whatever's in this thing is not coming out. Calcium acetate or formate in this All-For-Reef. I'm using carbocalcium, so what's in here? I don't know. You tell me, sir. You're probably more read in than I am. 20 is reckless in Maryland and Virginia. Dad research. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. And my father just listened to SMR today. See, I very much appreciate my dad introducing me to Chris and Rod because those are sweet dudes. That sounds funny. Those are good guys, and they know what's up, and they're very tech savvy, and they're very smart. Calcium reactor, Dan Ray. I think it's a really good solution. I think it lowers your pH, so that's something you have to keep in mind. So you have to have a solution for raising pH if you're rolling with a calcium reactor. I'm making a mess, and that's unfortunate. Greg Carroll, you and I should talk one day. So I think it's a great solution, and it's something worth pursuing if your tank is chasing that much alkalinity. It's also, theoretically, it should include an awful lot of trace. I think maybe you'll still have to dose trace elements to make sure you're getting everything that you think maybe you need. But so many people have success with that thing. It's possible that John Curry, if you're still here, I think he's running like 40 gallons of calc a day, and not really that much, but he's rolling a bunch of calc. But I think he's also rolling with a calcium reactor, so worth looking at. I don't have that experience, and I wish I did, but I don't. So, you know. How do you feel about aliens? Thoughts on time travel, traveling at the speed of light? There's a demon that lives out there, and that was the speed of sound, right? That was back in the day from Chuck Yeager's day, and I talked about him the other day. That old bastard who re-enlisted me. So look, Bahama Llama, how do I feel about aliens? Yes. It's an awful waste of space, if you listen to Contact, correct? Seems unreasonable that there are not other beings. That's how we're going to roll. Second question. Time travel. Why not? I land on I am no time travel camp. That's what I am. I believe it is possible to bend space and time, but I don't think it's possible to go back or go forward. I think it's possible to go same, just elsewhere. Last question. Speed of light. Whatever. It's a rule to be broken, sir. It is a rule to be broken. Does that help? Greg, no, sir. I was using the bulk resupply. I know we talked about, and we got in the way. We got San Francisco clam chowder in the way, but I was using the bulk reef supply recipe released by Lou. I think those clocks are plus or minus. Lynn Reef Nerd is trying to figure out how to get out of her ticket right now, and no, ma'am, those are calibrated instruments, and your ass is busted, and you're gonna have to pay the fine. How fast were you going again? This is a crazy ass live stream. Sorry, reading slowly because I have had Jack Daniels honey. Would a calc reactor work in combo with CalRX to bump up the pH? So calcium reactor with a calc reactor. First, I don't get the value of a calc reactor. Get a container, get a 5-gallon container, and put 10 scoops, 10 teaspoons of calc in it, shake that crap up, and then dose from it. I don't think you need a calc reactor. I don't get it. Now, I don't get it because possibly I haven't used it, but I just don't get the value of it. I have been mixing saturated calc for the bulk of my reefing time and dosing that solution, and that's how I roll. And I don't have a problem with it. So I don't see the need for a Kalkwasser reactor. So yes, calc can counteract, dependent upon the water, can counteract a calcium reactor. And a whole lot of people do that. So if you are running a calcium reactor, what I would do is I would dose Kalkwasser as your primary alkalinity and calcium source. And then using the calcium reactor, I would supplement the calc much the same way I do. I supplement calc with 2-part, if that's what you're wanting to do. Oh, K-Dub and Greg Carroll are working on a barbecue dinner at Reefapalooza Orlando, which I would totally be down for if anybody wants to invite Jimbo. Fuzzy aliens, not the nasty, slimy ones. So what is like fuzzy aliens, like dogs, like happy, like the dogs that want to jump through your door, Lynn, when I drop corals off or something, or when I'm picking up, like those kind of fuzzy aliens? Because that's what I'm mentally seeing. Bahama. So Blue River is kind of Bahama Llama is an alien. No, he is a media servant. He provides information. Not an alien. Just a member of the media. Nah, he's from St. Louis. That's hilarious. Nice. Well done, Robert. Near the skimmer intake. Greg Carroll, where do you land on outside air into your skimmer? Who do you think built the arch? the St. Louis Arch? Is that what you're saying? I think that Air Force One dude did it. That's what I think. That's who built the arch. That's what's up. Crop circles in a backyard. Daryl. K-Dub, Daryl, and your other brother Daryl. Gateway to the West. More like Gateway to the Parallel Universe. Are you suggesting it's a... What was that movie? What was that stupid movie with the... I can't remember now. Then it turned into a TV show, and it was a little bit of a gateway thing. All right, I've jumped the... I've jumped the shark. Takes up less space than 5-gallon bucket. Agreed. Stargate. That's it. See, Robert was on... see, thank you, Robert, for being my brain. Stargate St. Louis. All right, people. I got nothing else. Nelly. See, that's what I was saying. Nelly built the St. Louis Arch. Greg Carroll, I was asking about outside air to a skimmer. That's something I do, and that's something that I can see in data that actually matters. Oh, Adam. Government. Hashtag government. Did they? I don't think so. Look, if aliens showed up here, what the hell are they going to see? They're going to see a legit mess, right? They're going to hightail it out of here, or they're just going to come in here and take over. Because if they showed up here, they're already better than us. Texas built the arch. Stargate. See? My dad had it. Remy, it's okay, man. I appreciate it. Do you have other questions? Because I'm happy to answer. It's that kind of day. When you put calc in the ATO, it's really hard on the ATO pump. Dan Ray, you know my position on calc and ATO, yes? Calc and ATO should never happen. Whoever came up with that idea is a bad human. They're probably not bad, and I've mentioned before, maybe their grandmothers really like them, and that's cool. But putting calc and ATO in an environment that has seasons is a really bad idea. And calc and ATO is not a problem as long as you're using peristaltic. So keep that in mind. So first, rule number 1, no calc and ATO. Calc and ATO are separately dosed. 2, ATO is dosed based on ATO, right? I mean, that's what you got to do. When your level gets low, you got to put some fresh water back in. Calc is dosed based on alkalinity. Don't worry about calcium. Calc is dosed based on alkalinity, and then ATO makes up the difference. Never should the two mix. That's just not a good idea for those of us who have seasons. Yeah, Greg, I run my, I have a hose that runs out the side of my house. I just drilled through and shoved the hose out there, and that's where it goes. Adam, looking forward to it. Let me know. DM me on Instagram. Zoo Planet. Maybe it's all a simulation. Maybe it's a big grand simulation like the tiny little boxes of aquariums we have. I call that a simulation, right? Aliens are passing by. F that COVID thing. Maybe the aliens that we have custody of dropped the COVID. COVID's a big pain. Passive observers. No, not until we split the atom, until we fuse the atom. Once we have created fusion, then we can consider ourselves controllable and manageable and small-scale fusion. Then you can consider yourself an advanced society. But until then, we're still troglodyteans. That's all I got to say. DIY DIY. Max says he wants to create a DIY bare bottom vacuum for my frag tank. How would you do it? I would do it with an inline pump. That was shared. So using an inline pump and a filter sock, you just filter the water and it rolls into the sock, and you don't have to take any water out of the tank, and you don't have to add any water, and it works perfectly. What's the state you're most excited to take the RV to? Inland Reef offers. My favorite state in the United States, although I've not been to Montana, Wyoming, is absolutely Utah. I think Utah is incredibly beautiful. It's incredibly hard to buy alcohol, but Utah is beautiful. I have family in Colorado, and all the stuff that I see posted all the time is just beautiful. When I was in California, I was out there 15 years, right? 93 to 2008. We would go camping up at Bishop, north of Bishop, up at Rock Creek. And it was freaking beautiful, right? You're at elevation. You're probably 7,000 feet, and it's gorgeous up there, and it's mountain terrain, and it's mountain streams, and there's trout and all that kind of crap. I really miss that, so I'd really like to experience Colorado because I've not been there. I just don't know. So I think that's where I would like to go. Later, Remy. See, I talked about it, John. I talked about your dosing of. See, I thought it was gallons, right? You're dosing 4 liters of calc daily. What else are you dosing? Are you also dosing? What are you doing? It's not just calc, right? Do you also have a calcium reactor? Blue River, I'm not here to judge. You do you. I'm not here to judge. You keep going. Sir, I would like you to recognize the name on the Woodford Reserve. Let's discuss this, shall we? Who is is it listed on their website? Let me check. Oh, it wants my birth date. Sweet baby Jesus. I'm not going to put this up there, but I will tell you how old I am. Let's go. So, if I click on this, is it going to tell me? Yes, I have had Woodford Reserve. It may be my favorite bourbon. And this is really boring for you, right? What is that Kentucky Derby bottle? I'm not down for that. Yep. K-Dub, I have had. I like drag racing, but I think the speed of light is where I draw the line. No, sir, see, that's a false limit. Blue River, that's a false limit. You're limiting yourself unnecessarily to that which is beyond the speed of light. Why do that? Why create these limits? So here you go. Let me go ahead and do this. See this? No affiliation. But I absolutely know. Oh, sons of that this here name. Just put a T-E-L-E in front of that. Is there. See what I'm saying? All right. That's enough. You drank a whole bottle out of a coconut on spring break in college. K-Dub, sir, you have my respect. You drank a whole bottle of Woodford Reserve, which isn't bad bourbon. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Out of a coconut at spring break. Was there like an award? Like cookies or a lady's headband? Yeah, I went there. My bad. Mom's bailing. Big brother. My parents have had enough, so they're out. A pledge thing. Wormwood. Robert, where are you coming in with your wormwood tea? Wormwood powder is a dosing solution theoretically for acropore eating flatworms, and it is supposedly the DIY equivalent to flatworm exit. Is that word? Or flatworm? It's KZ. KZ flatworm stop. KZ flatworm stop. So wormwood tea is supposed to be this, only filtered and maybe a little nicer. So what I do is I mix up some wormwood and I dose it in the tank all day, every day, hoping to break the life cycle of any flatworms that I have in the tank. And I do. I have flatworms. Part of life, right? What's the coolest non-reefing thing you've gotten in a coral trade? Just traded Zoas to a distillery owner and got their gin and vodka for Zoas. So showing up Friday, I believe, and I'm sorry, I will not be able to provide credit, is a bottle of something that I will share publicly. For nothing that I've traded, just for kind people being kind and giving a brother a little something. What's the coolest non-reefing thing you've gotten? Meat. Max, I have from a pseudo-local reefer, meaning West Virginia, I have received a lot of meat products. So bacon, country bacon, steaks. I got a whole cooler full of meat for some corals. And that was legit, and I super appreciate that. K-Dub threw up for a whole day. This is what happens when we're not watching rocket launch, right? We just sort of wander off into no man's land. An hour and a half later. Coral for alcohol is a good trade. Yeah, I agree. So I kind of feel like I should hook dude up because I'm getting some alcohol, and maybe I should send something back in response. Flatworm stop right now, and it's expensive stuff. Dan Ray, so I'm totally doing the DIY version, which is wormwood tea. Now you got to be careful with it because I mixed up a big old jug of that, like it was probably 2 liters, and then I smelled it a while later, and I was like, no, this smells wrong, and I'm not going to do that. Agreed, Dan Ray. You mentioned that flatworm stop takes 3 months to work. Totally agree. I hear 6 months, and that's how I'm rolling. Which means I'm prophylactically dosing that stuff for the rest of my reefing hobby, because I think that's just what I'm going to do. You just keep dosing it. Now, if you keep dosing flatworm stop forever, that ish is expensive. 250 milliliters for $50. That's a lot of money. Hopefully what I'm doing is the same and it won't be so long. John Curry, CA and 2-part. John Curry is dosing how many liters of Kalkwasser? 2-part and doing a calcium reactor. See, I am a skillless plebe compared to what John is doing over there. He's got tons of stuff. Enjoyed reefing on budget vid. Yeah, K-Dub. That's what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep reefing cheap. And I'm trying to also homogenize my all-for-reef, which is pissing me off because there's still some sediment in the bottom of this jug, which I want to, I'm totally going to heat up and introduce back into this bottle when I'm done, when y'all are gone. That's what I'm going to do. Later, Aaron. I have a 230 gallon, so I got 1,000. Yeah, so that's a lot of water. I don't have that kind of water. I'm probably at 80 gallons. Woof. All right, y'all. I got to roll. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to go hang out. I got to go grocery shopping tomorrow. I got big doings happening. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being a part of my haircut day. Thank you for keeping the chat going, keeping it enjoyable, making it fun for me. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for whatever it is that you do, because I'm sure what you do matters. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the fun. All right, y'all. Happy reefing. And be kind, everyone. Thanks.